going to get, during communication report, I'm going to give you a phone number so that you can call them and then set everything up through them.
Okay. Where are they? Oh, so we don't have to bring it in. We just call them.
Well, no, I think you do have to bring it in because I know they just updated my laptop and they also updated my phone. So they're doing some updates and migration and things like that. So I do think they have to have the device here. But I'll give you the phone number and then you can call them and then set up when's a good time to come in.
Okay, thank you.
Recording in progress.
Okay, you ready? All right, let's turn this on. Good evening. Welcome to the City of Groton Mayor and Council meeting for Monday, September 15th, 2025. For the record, it is a hybrid meeting. We are on Zoom as well as in the municipal building in council chambers. City Clerk, please call the roll.
Mayor Hedrick, Deputy Mayor Depot, Councilor Sheffield, Councilor Artali, and Councilor Piazza are present.
Okay, we have a quorum. We'll call it to order. Please stand and salute the flag. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, recognition awards and memorials. I have two proclamations. The first one is for Day of Service and Remembrance. It's a proclamation. Whereas people of all ages and walks of life across America and around the world collectively witnessed an event of immense tragedy on September 11, 2001, and whereas the events of that day instantly transformed nearly everyone's lives, some through personal loss, many others through an unfamiliar sense of individual and national vulnerability, and whereas an unprecedented historic bonding of Americans arose from the collective shock unifying the country and an outpouring of national spirit, pride, selflessness, generosity, courage, and service, and whereas many brave people heroically, tirelessly, and courageously participated in an extraordinary, difficult, and dangerous rescue and recovery effort, in some cases voluntarily putting their own well-being at risk, and whereas the date of September 11th will never and should never be just another day in the hearts and minds of all Americans and people around the world, and whereas many people may wish to memorialize September 11th by engaging in or making a plan to engage in personal and individual acts of community service or other giving activities as part of a solemn day of remembrance and tribute, and whereas on March 19th, 2009, the United States Congress passed bipartisan legislation authorizing the establishment of September 11th as a federally recognized National Day of Service and Remembrance, which President Barack Obama signed into law on April 21st, 2009. And whereas the President of the United States on September 11, 2009 issued a Patriot Day proclamation officially and permanently designated September 11th as a National Day of Service and Remembrance, and calling upon all interested Americans to participate in this observance through moments of silence, the flying of the flag of the United States at half-staff, as well as community service and charitable activities in tribute and remembrance. Now, therefore, I, Keith Hedrick, Mayor of the City of Groton, do hereby designate September 11, 2025 as a Day of Service and Remembrance, known as 9/11 Day, and I encourage all citizens to pay tribute to all victims of 9/11 and the many who rose in service in response to the 9/11 terrorist attacks. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and affixed the official seal of the City of Groton this 11th day of September 2025. I also have a proclamation for Constitution Week. Whereas September 17, 2025 marks the 238th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention, and whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorial anniversary, and to the patriotic celebration which will commemorate the occasion, and whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America designated designating September 17th through 23rd as Constitution Week. I therefore, Keith Edrick, Mayor of the City of Groton, do hereby designate the week September 17th through 2025 as Constitution Week in the City of Groton, and urge our citizens to study the Constitution and reflect on the privileges of being an American with all the rights and responsibilities which that honor holds. In witness thereof, I am set my hand and affix the official seal of the City of Groton this 17th day of September 2025. Okay. I also want to thank the Groton Elks for coming out and placing the flags in our front area. That's extremely important to honor 9/11. So anyone else for recognition awards or memorials? Deputy Mayor Depot.
I know that you attended the memorial service for Stan Mathis. I was unable to make it, but I just wanted to make a point for, if you haven't heard of him, he is a longtime community member and was a sub-vet who served, and he's done a lot at the sub-vets in particular. That's where I've seen him, is just any sub-vet event that I've been to. I've met him before, and I just want to thank that whole community for honoring the other members of that community and making sure that their memories stay alive. You can Google his name or put it in Facebook search and read about what he did for his community and the service that he provided for our country, and I just want to just honor him in that section.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Yeah, he was a tremendous individual. His infectious positivity was just amazing, and you know, there'd be times that I wouldn't necessarily be having a good day, and then Stan would get in the middle of it, and all of a sudden I was having a much better day. So he will be missed. Anyone else? Councilor Sheffield.
I'd like to follow up on that, on Constitution Week and the importance of this proclamation, to where many people are very nervous about the state of our Constitution right now and throughout the country. And I think it's very important for all of us to take a hard look, to read the Constitution, understand what it means for us and for civil society, and obviously if things take a turn for the worse, what our country could look like without it. So I hope that the Constitution remains strong, and that we pay homage and respect for the importance of this document.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, moving on. Receipt of citizens petitions. Comments. Receipt of citizens petitions is the portion of the council meeting where the council welcomes comments from citizens. To address the council, please sign the sheet on the table in front of the meeting room. When you're recognized, please approach the podium. Clearly state your name and address. Each presentation should be limited to 5 minutes or less, and citizens should, if possible, submit email or written comments. Presentations should be related to matters pertinent to the City of Groton. City councilors will only ask questions in order to clarify the speaker's presentation and can respond during the response to citizens petition portion of the meeting. Do we have anyone signed up?
We do. Mr. Boucher?
Okay,
Your microphone is on.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Your microphone is on.
It's on.
It's on.
Mike Boucher, Groton, Connecticut. I'm here to talk about the Shore Avenue seawall. In the early 1880s, this solid granite block seawall was built, replacing the old seawall built in the earlier Ocean House years. This new solid granite block seawall has withstood many storms and hurricanes, including the famous Long Island Express of 1938. I am not aware of any structural studies which determined the seawall had any significant structural concerns. There was a report cited by Heidi of a road assessment conducted back around 2014 or later, but this has not been made available to the public. The Groton town manager also reported back in December of 2021 that this was a high priority since there is a sewer force main in the wall. Again, no supporting documents made available to the public. The entire seawall narrative given by Mayor Hendricks seems to be based on the condition of a 4-inch thick cement veneer added on the seaward side of the seawall in 1960 or around. This veneer has never was a structural enhancement of the seawall, but simply something reportedly to keep liquid waste, both natural and man-made, from leaking through the wall. Any utility lines, sewer, water, and electric, would have been added well after the seawall was built. One would think that GU would have placed those lines in well-selected locations and have recorded those locations. GU also would have been more than able to properly and accurately locate these lines in a timely manner well before construction began, and this should have been done as part of the RFP by BL companies, and certainly GZA, the engineering firm which was going to oversee the construction project, should have followed up on this important aspect of the reconstruction of the seawall, given the concerns of the forced sewer main being part of the seawall. Even more concerning is the apparent lack of oversight by BL companies and GZA in moving forward with the seawall reconstruction project when there were only 3 test borings for a 350-foot reconstructed seawall designed to be anchored to bedrock. To make matters worse, one of those borings failed to find bedrock. The shocking RFP reply to this question was unbelievable. Question: boring B-3 does not list bedrock. Does this mean there was not rock refusal? If this is sand at the bottom and not rock, how and where do we drill and grout the rebarb to? The answer: boring logs indicate refusal at approximately 13 feet below grade. Bedrock shall be assumed to be 13 feet below grade. I have been down at the site, and some of the drilling has gone to almost 20 feet before hitting bedrock. So now it seems we're looking at about $10 million or more in cost overruns. Bill 788 has not produced any funding, and the CIF funding has yet to be determined. Mayor Keith indicated back in April the town would be willing to pick up, may be willing to pick up about 50% of the cost increases. But at the latest town meeting this September, it was reported the town had not agreed to any more funding for the seawall and that much more information would be needed. The seawall reconstruction continues to drag on with significant amounts of reconstruction left to complete before the construction season ends. Are there any updates on the total cost incurred by the city and by the city mayor and this council that they wish to share with the public? Any reports of future cost overrun estimates? Any idea on how the mayor and council expect to pay for the millions in cost overruns? The seawall reconstruction project has turned into a huge debacle, possibly the biggest in the city history, and sadly that says a lot about the poor management of the city of Groton's resources. Thank you for your time. And I know there's a couple of counselors that have been asking great questions along the way and trying to get more information. I appreciate their efforts, and I am concerned about the lack of the information they have received. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to response to citizens' petitions, comments. Okay. Approval of the Deputy Mayor Depot.
I just wanted to make a comment that we haven't had an update in a little while, and I'm sure, I know we've been getting regular periodic updates on the Shore Avenue seawall, and so I guess my only question to the mayor is when the council can expect the next update. I believe we got one August 18th with how much more boring, all of that.
correct.
If we could get an update on that, that would be great.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Councilor Sheffield.
I guess my only concern, would there be, I think I brought the question as far as additional funding going to be needed for this project, if there's additional, scope of the work that needs to be done. So that would be my only concern, because I know we did a last funding package already. Do we foresee an additional package needed to be put together to complete this project? Be my only concern.
My understanding at this point is that the money that the council has allocated will complete the construction of the seawall. And then the utility will be installing the force main and the gravity main into the road, and then the paving will happen next year because it'll probably be out far enough that the asphalt plants will be shut down.
Okay.
Okay, we'll move on to approval of the minutes. Take a motion to approve the mayor and council meeting minutes of August 18th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries unanimously. We'll take a motion to approve the committee of the whole meeting minutes for August 25th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries unanimously. Communications and reports, Councilor Sheffield.
Just another congratulations to the tennis courts here at Washington Park. A guy who I used to play tennis with, who is in the New Orleans County area, had played at the park recently, and he stopped in to see me and said, he's really happy about the work at the tennis courts, and wants to congratulate the mayor and council for putting this project together. So another positive for the courts. So,
Thank you.
yeah, that's all.
Okay, Councilor Piazza.
Thank you, Mayor. I attended the Pipe and Drum activities they had at Fort Griswold a couple weeks ago. And actually, one of the people that works at the bus lot with me is actually part of it. He's one of the alumni, but also played. And attended that. Went to 2 of the farmer markets things, and it's great to see so many vendors and so many things offered. I talked to some citizens in the city, and many of them weren't quite aware that there was a winter market, so I let them know when it is and when they can find it, and where they can find it on the webpage, and also just to look for the signs for it, because there's usually signs up for the winter market and that they carry many venues there, so they're excited about that. And then I also went to the charrette that Sierra Patrick had headed up on Allen and Mitchell. In reference to that, we did a nice walk. Thank you again to the Nature Conservancy for the plants given out. And there was a lot of citizens who were interested and concerned and gave really great feedback. That was really exciting to hear. And I did want to say, I was trying to find, to raise my hand for, I wanted to put it in recognitions that one of our own Groton City citizens was on the Closer to Free ride. It's his 4th ride. He did 100 miles, and he actually did it this last one just 2 days after his mother passed from cancer. His name's Michael Morton, so I just wanted to say congratulations, and it's a great feat, and I know it was difficult for him to proceed on with that, but he did complete it.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Talley?
Nothing for me, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Patterson?
I don't have anything either.
Okay, thank you. Deputy Mayor Depot?
Thank you, Mayor. It's been a few weeks since our last meeting, so I did attend a lot of events. I'll try to be brief. I wanted to point out a few things with summer ending and school starting. There are a lot of opportunities to volunteer in the community. So in the last couple weeks, back in August, I attended a United Way breakfast that was kind of a thank you to the volunteers in recognition of some of the volunteers who are making a difference in the community. And I just want to encourage people, because it was so obvious at that event, we volunteer at the mobile food pantry every month, but there are other opportunities through United Way to volunteer. There are people doing financial coaching using United Way funding. There's mobile food pantries at different locations that can use assistance, toy drives, all sorts of things. So if you're looking for somewhere to volunteer a little bit of time, United Way has a lot of various opportunities of things to do, and not all of them are super labor intensive like the mobile food pantry is. In addition to that, over the summer, I started volunteering with Malta, which is the homeless outreach that they're located literally just outside the city on the other side of the street, is their main office, but they serve the entire area, Groton, city, town, New London. They pretty much will go wherever they're needed. And they bring food, resources. They coordinate with Groton Human Resources a lot. And again, I just want to encourage people. There are so many opportunities to volunteer. And I just started, it's like I've been doing a couple hours on Wednesday morning with them. And it's not super difficult. They just need extra hands to prep some food. So I've been doing that as well. Volunteered at the City Brew Run, which was pretty fun. I got to direct some of the runners. I'm hoping to run in the Brew Run next year. We'll see. I got to start training. But I just want to thank everyone who participated in that. It is a really fun event, and it's really inspirational to see, especially like when those first runners come around and they're running like the whole thing in like 12 minutes or some crazy fast amount. So I just want to encourage people, the Brew Run next year should be shifted back, I believe, over Shore Avenue, correct, Mayor?
Correct.
So I know that a lot of people inquired when the route will change back to going more along the water, and should next year will be more along Shore Avenue, the different route. So start training for that. It's a fun event, and all the vendors there are, and they have live bands, and it's a really cool event, and it's been 5 years, and I want to thank the Mystic Chamber just with what they've done, not just with the Brew Run, but a lot of things over the last 5 years have helped city businesses get recognition, and that helps our city residents the more business we bring into the city. So they've been a big part of that. On September 11th, I attended the commemoration ceremony that was at the Nautilus. That was a really amazing event. They had a bagpiper. They retire a flag, which I've never seen done at an event before. It's a really moving event, and I just encourage people, I try on all these days, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, to find a place to go to honor the people who've sacrificed on those days. And I believe they do the ceremony at the Nautilus annually, so if you are looking for a place to do that, it was a really, really awesome ceremony there. And just want to remind everyone also that school mentoring is starting up again. And if you're interested in spending 30 minutes a week with a student, they go all the way, I think they might start at like second grade. They start pretty young.
Yeah, they do.
And it goes all the way up through high school. My student this year is in 8th grade, which is exciting. But they pair you up with all different ages, and like I said, it's only a 30-minute commitment once a week, and it means a lot to the students. It's a good, you're another adult in their life that they can depend on, and some kids really, really need that, and it's a great program. So if you're interested in that, you can go right to the Groton Public Schools website, and they have a tab for mentoring. You can find it there. And I just want to encourage people to do that because it does make a big difference in our schools. And then lastly, on the 27th of September, there is a firefighters union fundraiser at Outer Light. And those are also really great events to go to. You can meet some of our firefighters and in a more informal setting. It also basically, unless there's a call, turns into a touch-a-truck kind of, because the truck's there. So you get to see a fire truck up close, which is cool. And just to give back and chat with our fire department. It's a nice casual event. So that's on September 27th, and I want to encourage people to go to that. And that is all.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I second the mentoring. My student just went to GMS this year.
Oh, fun.
So they went from CKMS to GMS, and we're both looking forward to that transition. But it is a tremendous opportunity to work with youth, and it costs nothing but your time. 30 minutes, 30 minutes a week, and let me tell you something. And I agree with Deputy Mayor Depot. It makes a difference in that student's life. And it'll also make a difference in your life too, but it certainly helps them out. So the Brew Run, this was our 5th year. I remember when this was an idea on the back of a napkin. Our very first year, we had 200 and something runners. This year, we had 593 runners. And it is continuing to grow, and I look forward to what it will continue to do in the city of Groton to showcase the city. There was an email sent to all the counselors today to get in touch with IT so that you can update your devices. The phone number to call them is 860-446-4070, and then you can communicate with them to figure out when to come in so they can update your device. And that's all I have. Okay, committee referrals. Are there any committee referrals? All right, moving on. New business, Deputy Mayor Depot.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-25-9-86. Therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council accept a donation from Robert P. Canova, 39 Shawandasee Drive, Stonington, Connecticut, for the City of Groton Police Department in the amount of $500 and no cents to be used for the City of Groton Police Department Cadet Program. I so move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. This is discussed during a committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none,
Sorry.
Deputy Mayor Depot.
Just quickly, I just wanted to thank them again for the donation. You know, when people or community affiliations make donations, it helps the whole community. It means that we don't have to spend as many tax dollars, and or in this case, the cadet program gets to do more stuff. So I know that the captain really appreciates it. She champions this program, and the kids in the program all seem to really enjoy it. So I just want to say another thank you to this community member for being willing to donate the money.
Okay, any other comment? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries unanimously. Councilor Sheffield.
Resolution R-25-09-87. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize the city of Groton to issue a purchase order for treated road salt to LEED Salt, 539 Main Street, P.O. Box 558, Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, in an amount not to exceed $45,000 and no cents, to be paid from the approved fiscal year 2026 Highway Department operating budget. I so move.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Hold on. Could council members on screen say aye, reflect your vote again?
Aye.
Okay, all right. Now I got it. Thank you. Motion carries unanimously. Councilor Piazza, and just read the therefore be it resolved down to the as follows.
We're on resolution, hold on.
25-09-88.
I just want to make sure my mic is on.
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
Thank you. Resolution R-25-09-88. Therefore be resolved that the mayor and council finally approve an ordinance approving revisions to the existing water rate schedule for the city of Groton, Department of Utilities, Water Division for all water service located within the Groton Utility Service Territory to be effective for water service billed on and after January 1st, 2026, on and after October 1st, 2026, and on and after October 1st, 2027, and on and after October 1st, 2028, respectively. And furthermore, that effective January 1st, 2026, this supersedes all previous water rate ordinances and therefore until revised as follows.
Okay. Do you move?
I so move.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. The initial approval was conducted approximately a month ago. Is there any other discussion on this motion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Who opposed? All right, hold on. Let me start over again. let me get so we have the ayes here on Zoom. We'll have to do a roll call. Counselor Piazza, how do you vote?
Aye.
Counselor Artali?
Aye.
Counselor Patterson?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries unanimously. Thank you. I will take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you. Thank you, council.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next week is the 5th Monday, so you have that off. So I just wanted to remind you, I meant to mention that. What's that?
Third?
Yeah.
Oh, no, never mind, sorry. You're right, next week is a cow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, thank you, Danny, and thank you, Steve. Yeah, no, the 22nd is a meeting, the 29th is the 5th Monday. My apologies. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Recording stopped.